Hey, Cancer, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your general reading for August of 2024. I'm also your favorite tarot reader on YouTube, and I have been listening to all of your feedback. A lot of you have said that you prefer when I do the face to camera videos, so that's what we're going to be doing for the August monthly readings. All right, for the readings this month, I'm going to be using my Morgan Greer tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider Waite tarot, and then, Cancer, I will close out your reading with an intuitive life coaching oracle card. Now, for those of you who may not know, I go live twice a week here on the channel, Mondays and Fridays, and those are my kind of tarot office hours. And you can ask me anything about anything during those live streams. They're a lot of fun, and we pretty much cover all topics. Like I said, anything about anything. So again, I would love it if you could join me on a live stream. I usually have them pre-scheduled. They're at 2:15 Pacific time, 5:15 Eastern time. And yeah, you can come and ask me anything you want for free. All right, so I will go ahead and get into the reading now. What I'm going to do is angle the camera down because I know a lot of you like to see when I shuffle the cards and all of that stuff. So I want to make sure that, I do that. And I think that is it. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you would subscribe, and please give this video a thumbs up and turn on notifications because it really helps the channel and it really helps people find this video who may be looking for this type of content. All right, so Cancer, let's go ahead and get right into your reading. My goodness, I have a hair tie there. All right, let's get right into it. So what do we need to know for the sign of Cancer? I thought I saw a card that was flipped over. Okay, maybe not. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Cancer for the month of August 2024? Okay, so it looks like a lot of changes are happening at work for you, Cancer. And some things that actually, believe it or not, are making you kind of emotional. All right, very interesting because I got that Knight of Wands. All right, in this deck, they call it the Knight of Rods, but the Knight of Wands, Knight of Rods. This means that you're getting some assistance in the workplace. And this is something I feel like it's finally coming through. Like this is something you've been needing for a while. And like someone who's in charge finally recognizes, oh, yes, they need help. So let's get them the help they need. All right. So it makes work a little bit easier. But at the same time, it makes you a little emotional because you've been overwhelmed for so long. So this happens in that first week of August. Okay. And for those of you who this may not be the case, this is still some type of support and assistance as it relates to the work you do. So whatever it is you're doing to pay the bills, you're going to see there's more resources available for you. There's more value being added in a way that benefits you and allows you to do what you do better, faster, at a much higher level. Okay, so this means support and help is on the way. Next up, we do have the Justice card in the reverse. Now, this means a decision isn't made in your favor. However, it does work out for you in some way. All right, so don't feel shocked or worried. And again, I'm picking up this is work related. All right. Like I said, Cancer, this whole first week, I'm picking up work energy for a lot of you. All right. So a decision is not made in your favor. However, it still benefits you. So don't panic when you hear about something. Next up, we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. This means things are going to be a little bit behind schedule, but it doesn't mean that things are not happening and things are not moving and things are not progressing. All right. This is something you can't control. And sometimes things just take a little bit longer or they go a little bit slower than what we would like. But again, it's still working out in our favor. So trust. Trust the timing. We also have the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups in the reverse means that you've actually decided to stay put somewhere, at least for now. So, some of you may have been thinking about quitting a job or maybe going back to a job. However, you realize the timing isn't exactly perfect. And so you're like, you know what? I'm going to sit tight and see how things play out before I make a final or an ultimate decision. All right. So, again, this is something where you're kind of going back and forth. Should I go? Should I not? Should I go back? Should I not? All right. But again, sit tight because I feel like there's going to be some things that come up that will help you ultimately make a decision. Now, this is where I see things getting kind of emotional. We got the Three of Swords, and this is a very emotional, heavy energy. All right. So, this is why I'm feeling like there's something going on at work where it's got you emotional and not necessarily like crying or anything, but it could be the whole gamut of emotions: frustration, anger, um, maybe in some cases sadness, maybe in some cases feeling happy and then not feeling happy. All right, so understand that sometimes circumstances will affect our emotional state, and it doesn't always mean that something is necessarily wrong or that you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it's just the situation that we find ourselves in. All right, and recognize that emotions do not have to dictate the outcome or the final results of whatever the situation or circumstance is. Finally, we got the King of Pentacles. A lot of the signs have been getting this card this month. I'm picking up that August is going to be an ideal time for some of you to invest. But remember, this is only investing in things that you fully understand and that you're knowledgeable about, because it's not about taking any unnecessary risk. But the King of Pentacles is all about financial literacy, financial education. And again, he shows up when the time is right to invest. Now, what you invest in is going to be totally individual and unique to you. Now, it could be, I don't know, real estate, it could be stocks, it could be crypto, whatever, whatever makes sense for you. All right. But again, the first week of August is going to be an ideal time for you to invest if it is something you have been considering or looking for all, up until now. All right, Cancer, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to life, money, work, career for August 2024. All right, I feel like those are the cards I need. Okay, Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card about future planning, and it looks like you're going to be putting future plans on hold temporarily. Why? Because you got a lot of stuff going on at work. I'm already picking that up. Or if you don't have a job, within your business, right? And we're getting back into our routines. A lot of us, we're moving into the fall season. A lot of people, the kids are going back to school and they're able to kind of get back into something, like I said, a routine or a schedule. So again, I think for some of you, you want to hold off on planning future. Now, this could be something within the next few months or the next few years. But things have to kind of settle a bit before you start making some future decisions. Next up, we have the Lovers card in the reverse. This means that you're going to have some choices to make. The other thing about the Lovers card is that I'm picking up for a lot of you, this is a divine disconnection. In other words, it's not an ugly, nasty brawl or fight or anything like that. But I'm picking up a lot of you in your relationships. You're just kind of deciding to go a different way, or maybe you're actually downgrading the relationship to more of a friendship for some of you. All right. This isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes we know what we need, and it's not necessarily to be paired up with the wrong person. All right. So, like I said, I do feel like this applies to relationships to a lot of you. And for those of you who are not in relationships, this means that you have to make a decision, and the decision is clear. You just have to take the action. All right, next up, we got the Temperance card. The Temperance card, I think this is kind of reiterating what we talked about earlier, and things are kind of a little bit out of sync, off balance. Again, because we're moving into a new time of the year, and so we don't necessarily have our schedules and our routines locked in. If something does feel out of balance, stressful, or if we're feeling a little bit lost or out of sorts, understand it's only temporary. Okay, it's not going to be how things are forever. As a matter of fact, Cancer, I feel like this is kind of the chaos before the calm. You know how they say the calm before the storm? Well, this could be the storm before the calm. In other words, things are going to be kind of squirrely and all over the place, but then they finally settle into a very gentle, easy routine for you. Finally, oops, a fantastic card. We've got the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords talks about breakthroughs. This is how I know things are going to eventually settle down for you and things are definitely going to fall into place. The other thing about the Ace of Swords is some of you may have some upcoming surgeries. I'm feeling like there's at least a few of you out there. This card tells me to tell you that everything is going to go beautifully well. All right. And you're going to heal better or faster than what the doctors expect. Now, I know that's not going to apply to everybody, but I feel energetically somebody is worried about that. Somebody is questioning that. All right. So the Ace of Swords is always a good card when we're doing some type of a health related reading, because it means success after a procedure. It doesn't necessarily have to be surgical, but most of the time it is. But either way, if some of you are having a medical procedure, probably sometime in August, this card is telling me to tell you that things are going to go well and you're going to heal just fine. All right, so let's continue on, Cancer. Let's continue on. Okay. You know what else I'm getting, Cancer, is like, even though things are emotional for you, I feel like it's like a form of expression that needed to be expressed. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting. It's like you have to, it's like you need to express something. Because you don't want to suppress anything. We want to freely express what needs to be released. All right, so I got the Six of Pentacles. Second half of August, be careful about being overly generous or giving too much, because it puts you in a position to be taken advantage of. You know, there's people like that. You know, like they see a little bit that, you know, you're giving or you're helpful, and then they start having this sense of entitlement or expectation that you should do more or you should give them more. All right, let's not be, or I should say, let's not give them the opportunity to think that. So be very careful with your giving in the second half of August, Cancer, not only with money, but also your time, your knowledge, your resources, and all the, you know, all the things. All right, next up, we got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card that talks about being released from self-limiting beliefs. In other words, you're not feeling frustrated or anxious or worried about anything, really. Looks like once we hit the second half of August, you actually have a lot of clarity about your goals and what it is you're going to do and what's coming next for you in your life. So this is a really good card. Another good card, the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is a card that talks about somebody showing up in exactly the way you need them to. Now, this could be personal or professional, right? Sometimes we have needs either in a personal or a professional capacity, and you have the right person showing up to help you meet or fulfill those needs. Now, again, it could be however this person shows up, but it's exactly what you need from the correct person or from the person that you need it from. So this is a really great card. This is also a very powerful card because I feel like there's a deeper connection here. Again, this could be personal or it could be professional. All right, this is the only card I'm not liking in your reading this month, Cancer, because this means somebody is doing something dishonest, shady, shifty. And the thing is, Cancer, you know who this person is, or you've had your doubts about this person. All right, trust your instinct, trust your guts, because somebody is doing something kind of shifty behind the scenes. However, this person will be exposed. The thing is trust your gut, Cancer. Trust your gut. Your instincts are right on. All right. Like I said, I feel like you know who this person is, Cancer. You know who is not on the up and up. Finally, we got the Six of Cups in the reverse. This is reconnecting with someone or something from your past. Because this card is in the reverse, that's telling me to tell you that sometimes you have to leave things in the past. you know, now again, you're going to do what you want to do. But if you're questioning whether or not you should give someone a second chance, or whether or not you should allow someone back into your life or back into your space, really examine what that means. Because I'm feeling like you may have to, keep this person at a distance, because I don't see how it's going to benefit you either now or in the future. All right, Cancer, let's see what else shows up for you. For the month of August 2024, what do we need to know for the sign of Cancer? Ooh, okay, so we got this King of Wands. I'm going to keep shuffling though. That King of Wands means somebody's watching you, and I feel like it's in relation to this card that we talked about earlier. All right. I'm thinking this person knows that they're shifty. So they're watching you because they have to watch themselves. That's what I'm getting with this King of Wands here. Because that always means that we're being watched. All right. I need one more card for Cancer, please. Thank you. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, so we got the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords in the reverse means that you are no longer procrastinating on making a decision. This is a great card. It means that you've decided to whatever it is. And that's exactly what needed to be done, because now you can start planning, taking action, letting people know what's good, what's not good, what you're available for, what you're not available for. All right, so this is a really good card because it means that there's no procrastination. There's nothing but clarity and good forward movement. That's what I get. All right, next up, we got the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is a card that talks about work slowing down for some of you. Again, it could be because of seasonal stuff. All right, you're not going to be as busy as you are in the first half of the month as it relates to work, your business, whatever, school for some of you. But it looks like the second half of August is going to be slow. Now, for a lot of us, this is when things are going to kind of kick up because our kids are going back to school, or we're preparing for our kids to go back to school. We're getting the house ready. We're getting everything ready. But again, it looks like there's going to be some areas of your life that actually slow down. Okay. Next, we do have the Empress card. She's been showing up a lot in the readings this month. She is one of the cards of the divine feminine. She is also the card of creativity, also the card of cycles. And I feel like, again, we are going through something cyclical here. So understand that things aren't always going to be the way they are today. Things will fluctuate, change, and shift. And that's the normal flow of feminine energy. And this doesn't necessarily have to mean, gender. But sometimes we have to be in our feminine flow in order to achieve more. In other words, you don't have to always go, chase, grind. Sometimes the thing about the Empress card is that she attracts, right? And she is available for the things that are going to be useful to her, or the things that benefit her. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right. So the key word I'm getting with this card is allow. So allow what you want to show up for you. And however that shows up, be open and receptive to it. Finally, we've got the 10 of Cups, one of the most positive cards in the deck. This is the card of happiness, joy, celebration. When it does show up in the reverse, it's just to a lesser degree. All right. Now, the other thing about this card is I'm picking up there's going to be a celebration or a party for some of you. And things may change as it relates to the party, like maybe the time, maybe the date, maybe the location. All right. But it's still going to be a fabulous time. It's still going to be a lot of fun. But some of the plans are going to change as it relates to that celebration or that event or that party or that gathering. All right. But either way, it's still going to be good, right? It's still going to be good. So, Cancer, your month is, it's all about kind of navigating your emotions in a way that does not overwhelm you. Sometimes that's easy, sometimes it's not. But when you are aware that, okay, things may be a little bit emotionally all over the place, then you can kind of make adjustments as you move forward. And I feel like that's going to be the key theme here for you for August. So let's go ahead and close out your reading, Cancer, with a intuitive life coaching oracle card. Ooh, this is a good one, Karma. All right. You may be involved in a situation that requires justice or fairness. All right, so this is card number 65, Karma. And I do feel like, where was that card that, okay, when we were talking about the shifty person, don't worry, karma is at work here. That's what I'm getting. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to do anything. What's due them is coming. All right. So just remember that. Don't panic. All right, Cancer? Okay. Oopsie. Okay. All right, Cancer. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down in the comments below. And don't forget to join me Mondays and Fridays live right here on the channel for Tarot Hour, where you can ask me anything about anything. All right, friends. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And we will do this all again